Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Welcome everyone to a spoiler review here on Max Talks Movies. And today we're talking about the first episode of Loki, which has been my most highly anticipated Marvel TV show, more than WandaVision, more than Falcon and Winter Soldier, more than anything they have going right now. I'm so happy that the first episode drops out every single Wednesday morning here in LA at midnight, 3 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to break down every single week here, and we're here to talk about episode 1 of this show. Before I start with my video, please leave a like, guys. The thumbs up button, that is the best way to support this channel. Also, please comment down below your thoughts of Loki. How do you feel about the first episode? Are you excited about the rest of the season? And is this already better for you than WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Also, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. This is going to be probably the busiest summer of movies and TVs I'll have on the channel. So we're going to be every week, more movie reviews, more TV show reviews, including this week with In the Heights coming out. I'll be doing my review of that and my other spoiler review of The Bad Batch. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you like movie reviews like those, TV show reviews like these, streaming platform reviews. I do a box office breakdown show every single Monday, and movie rankings. I'm working on my Conjuring review ranking right now. At the moment, I'm rewatching all of the Conjuring films. So please consider ringing that bell for notifications. Let's get into this. I loved this opening episode. It's definitely my favorite opening, very close, and maybe even, I think, a little bit where I think WandaVision still has probably the best pilot for me of the 3 shows, but I did love this episode. We get really the scene that we got from Endgame where Loki takes the Tesseract, and this is where he ends up. Really great work from really Tom Hiddleston, who once again brings it as this character. A really, really good performance, and also a bit of a different performance because he's not the Loki from Dark World on, not from Dark World, not from Ragnarok, not from Infinity War. It's the Loki who was the main villain of the first Avengers movie, is our lead character in the show, who at the time of this, again, he was a main villain. At the time of the movie, he was the biggest bad in the entire MCU. So this is the Loki that they plucked into this timeline. We see a really fun opening scene with the woman who is from Lovecraft Country, and I've done a whole breakdown of every episode of that show, one of my favorite shows of last year. You can check out my review of that. She is in the show. I'm going to look up her name as I'm talking. But she's in the show, and she's a really fun action scene with Loki. Loki obviously he believes he's untouchable, just like he was in that 2000. The name is Wunmi Musaku, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. She is terrific in Lovecraft Country, and she was good in this opening episode as well. As we continue on again, Loki has this, and really the best part of the show for me, I was most pumped for, was Owen Wilson. I love the stuff in the trailers. He's one of my favorite comedic actors for the last 20 years. He's just always good, in my opinion. I just love Owen Wilson, and the fact that he's in a Marvel show or Marvel property is so cool. And his chemistry with Hiddleston in this opening episode was really great. They go into the room, they talk about all of Loki's past. They have a really great discussion. Also, before this, Loki, the whole elevator scene where he goes down, they strip him, then they put him in the jail suit. Then he signs that he said all of these things. Then he goes to the robot joke, really made me laugh when he was questioning, maybe I'm a robot. That joke really had me laughing. And then we got the court scene, which I really enjoyed, with him, again, believing how untouchable he is, and he can't use his powers. We see there's no magic in the TVA. And then we get the scene where Owen Wilson comes to him, and they have the great meetup with the projector. We see all of Loki's past stuff, the fact that he lost to the Avengers. And even the court says that had to happen for the timeline to be good, is that the Avengers had to succeed in that mission against Loki and the Jatari in the first Avengers movie, which I thought was a really interesting point to make in the show. So they had a great talk, a really fun scene. And then Loki, the best part of the entire episode for me was Loki going through his future, the future that we know, the scene in Ragnarok when Odin dies in front of Thor and Loki. We also get to see that Loki, what he did in Dark World, led to his mother's death. And that's probably been the most heartbreaking death in the Thor franchise. Yeah, I'm not including Loki's death in Infinity War, but those 3 Thor films, it seems like the mother's death, Frigga, is a really crucial death to both characters in very different ways. And Loki obviously felt really bad for that, and then he saw himself and Odin die. The brotherhood that was built in Ragnarok between Loki and Thor, and then Loki getting killed by Thanos in Infinity War, and that's when the file ends. And we also learned that DB Cooper, seen from the trailer, was DB Cooper, and it's because he lost a bet to Thor. That was again, this episode was hilarious, especially the banter between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston was really on point. And then Loki goes and he's going to escape. He finds a way to escape. He's talking to the main person to get the Tesseract. And then he has a whole cabinet full of Infinity Stones. And not just the 6, there's multiple of them. And Loki could not believe that basically the Infinity Stones are useless at the TVA. That's how powerful, I guess you can say, TVA is. He said that this is the most powerful. He began to admire the TVA just because of how the technology and the fact that there's no magic and how useless Infinity Stones are. I thought that was really well done, showing Loki firsthand what situation he is into. I thought that was very well done. And then Loki comes back, he's like, what do I have to do? And it's Owen Wilson says, we have to track you. And obviously setting up the Lady Loki that has been heavily rumored to be one of the main characters of the show. And we get a closing scene, basically, I believe, of her. That was a cool way to end the episode. There was no post-credit scene, which may have been a little bit disappointing. But still, guys, I really did love this episode. So far on IMDb, it only does say that there are 6 episodes of the show, which would match Falcon and the Winter Soldier 6 episodes when WandaVision did get 8. So I find that interesting. This is only 6 episodes. Again, this is completely separate. And obviously the multiverse was talked about. Obviously, we're going to get full heads in deep into the multiverse with Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But the fact that we got to bring it up here, how much will this tie into the main MCU storyline? Will they even try to connect the main MCU storyline into the show? That's something to watch. Again, I can't wait to see the banter continue between Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. It was really well done. And I want to learn way more about the TVA. The shot where they're looking up to the TVA was really well done. We need more explaining. I know some people are complaining about that the character moments feel rushed, but I think everyone needs to take a deep breath. It's a TV show once again. I know a lot of people heavily critiqued WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier for taking too long to get into most of the good action, in their opinion. And for me, it's a TV show. You got to take your time. And I really did love this episode. I know the critics got to see the first 2 episodes. I wish I could have a screener for the first 2 episodes. If you're out there and you want me to review your stuff, I'll be happy to get a screener from any of the big studios if you're happy to watch this review. But I do love doing these reviews for you guys. So every single Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when me and my editor Carter can get together and figure out when we can get the videos out. So I'm going to try hard and talk to Carter about this as well. Wednesday or Thursday should be my reviews out for spoiler fashion breakdowns of Loki every single week. Again, 6 more weeks. It's going to be really exciting. So please, guys, leave a like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. One more time, my schedule for the rest of the week. I'm reviewing a new Gina Rodriguez Netflix movie review. That should be out by Friday, possibly Thursday or Friday of this week. Also, In the Heights, that review, I'm seeing that movie on Friday. My Bad Batch review, that'll be on Friday. My Box Office Breakdown show will be on Monday, and also on Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday to spread it out, my Conjuring universe ranking, including the new film, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So that's my schedule, guys. Packed next week here on the channel, and we're heating up really fast. So please consider subscribing, ring the bell to be notified when those videos drop. I'll see you guys, if you're just here for the Loki reviews, I'll see you guys next week for episode 2 of Loki.